Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and I hope you are all doing very well. Tonight I'm going to do another request, so I'm slowly getting through my request list at the moment, thank God, because it was getting really big there for a while. So tonight I'm going to do kind of a blue-based tone tutorial again. However, it's going to be a little bit different, I think, to the last one. It's a little bit heavier and I think you can sort of see the clash between blue and red in these tones. So this was kind of the request that I got and I hope you guys all enjoy. I'm really sorry for not updating as usual over the last week or so because I have been quite busy with doing some studying and that sort of thing, but my training for my small business course now is over, thank God. So I have more time to do YouTube videos and to focus on photography, which is good. So anyway, getting straight into the tutorial, the first thing we're going to do is get up a selective color. It's one of my favorite tools in Photoshop, and we're going to change the reds. So first off, we're just going to start with 0 on cyan, minus 24 on magenta, and minus 31 on yellow. So we are really draining the warmth out of the image for this so far. So I'll just show you guys what that's done. It's taken away a lot of the saturation in the reds. So now we're going to move on to the yellows. And we're actually going to go plus 100 to cyan. And that's just going to dull it even more. So it's kind of giving us a really flat base to work with colors. Okay, and we're going to leave magenta at 0. And just go straight on to yellow and change that to minus 64. So what that's done has just drained even more of the warmth out of the image and giving us a really flat base, as I said before. So now we're going to move on to the whites. And the whites, so the cyan is going to be plus 17. I've got like my mouse and cords tangled here. I've got a pretty messy workspace at the moment, which is pretty bad. So anyway, plus 17 for the cyan. Then we're going to leave the magenta as 0. And change the yellow to minus 5. So we're just slightly altering the whites in the photograph and the highlights and just giving them a little bit more of a cooler kind of touch. And then we're going to move on to the neutrals. We're going to leave the blacks under the whites as 0. So the neutrals, we're going to put cyan to plus 7, put magenta to plus 4, yellow to plus 1. And then black to 0. So that's just changed the neutral colors in the image a little bit, made it even a little bit cooler again. And then we're going to go to the blacks, and we're going to leave cyan as 0, magenta as minus 15, and yellow as minus 19. And then we're going to leave the blacks as 0. So what we've just done in the blacks there has really just converted all the shadows in the image to a blue tone color. So that's going to help with giving the overall image that blue look that we want. I've been doing a lot of blue tutorials lately with my toning and color tutorials. I don't know why. I think I just really like blue, clearly. But I have been getting a lot of very similar requests actually lately, so they're very blue toned images. So I'm trying to sort of separate the ones that are a bit different, but sometimes they kind of look similar. I do understand that, but hopefully you guys still pick up something from the tutorials. I hope I am filling the requests in well enough, but anyway, I'll leave that up to you guys. So after selective color, we're going to move on to color fill, and we're going to bring up a solid color. And it's going to be 1.5, 2D, 2F. And it's like a dark teal green color. We're going to set this color to lighten at 45%. So that's kind of filled in the shadows even more, just in the really dark areas of the image, and given it like a bit more of a green base, I guess, because the end product will kind of look a bit green blue in the shadows, I guess. So yeah, that's what that solid color is doing at the moment. We're going to bring up a curves layer now, and we're just going to put in a few points. So the first one will be 8 and 0. The next point will be 34 and 40. Then the next point will be 205 and 204. And then the last point will be 234 and 255. Okay, so I'll show you guys what that layer has done. So we've just really kind of given it a bit more contrast in the image, and we've just put the highlights and the shadows a little bit off so they look a little bit flatter, but are not too, yeah, the highlights aren't too blown out, they're not too strong. We're giving it a little bit more of a softer look. And then we're going to get the levels up, and we are going to type in 11, 1 and 245. So that's just giving it a little bit more contrast again, just in the darkest areas of the image, just so it's not too soft. And now we're going to bring up another solid color, and this one is going to be 21396B. So it's kind of a pretty blue color. We'll press OK, and we will change that to soft light at 4%. So we only want this one really light. It's just giving it a minor adjustment to make it a little bit more blue toned. So as you can see, that really just makes a little bit of a difference. And then the next adjustment we're going to make is another solid color. So we're going to bring this one up, and it's going to be 645741. This one's kind of a brown color, and we're going to set this to overlay at 11%. And what this layer is supposed to do is really bring back a lot of the skin tone. So not to make them look too cool or too grey, we've kind of brought them back a little bit with this color and given the image a little bit more warmth, particularly, like I said, in the skin tones. And then we're just going to bring up vibrance and set vibrance to -7 and leave the saturation as 0. So we're just kind of not making it so saturated, I guess, overall. Just giving it a little bit more of a faded look just by bringing the vibrance down a little bit. Alright guys, so that is the finished product. So I will just take a snapshot and show you guys a before and after. So this is the before image, and this is the after image. So I'll just zoom in. So before and after. And what I will do for you guys is I'll show you what it looks like on another image. So this kind of toning won't probably work on every image. I think in a lot of images taken in shade or images taken on a cloudy day, these tones work really well. Sunny days, I think you might have to alter them a little bit if you want to use them on those types of images. But I'm going to show you what this looks like on another image. So we're going to just select all those layers and drag them into this one here. So it kind of gives it a simple toned look, but it's kind of more of a blue tone base, and obviously keeping the skin tones kind of intact as well. So it's like a little bit of a clash of blue and red in the images. That's kind of what the toning does overall. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and as usual, if you do have requests, please inbox me on YouTube or leave them in the comments section below. I would love to see what you guys want to see on my channel, and hopefully I will have a lot more videos up soon. I always say this, and then it never happens, but I'm really trying hard to get some more videos up, so hopefully there will be. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching as usual, and I'll see you next time. Bye!